Greetings from Nihon, from Nippon. If you guys are dumbass foreigners and you don't know anything, Nihon means Japan. Japan. Greetings from Japan. Nihon e yokoso. Alright, something I want to talk about that's really been pissing me off lately and bugging me. Well, not just lately. I mean, this has been always bugging me, but like in the last few years, maybe with like the body positivity movement and like the mental health awareness movements and all of those things. Not that I'm saying those things are inherently bad, but a lot of things that come along with those movements are doing more harm than good, I believe. And one of those specifically tends to be this like thought process that people have of like, you're doing fine, sweetie, you're doing just great, like everyone's gonna make it through. Don't worry about, like whatever you're worried about, stop worrying about it. Totally, I'm on board with that, and I get that, and I understand where people are coming from, because maybe there are people that overthink way too much, and they're stressed out, and they really are doing fine, and they just don't need to worry about things as much as they are. And I don't know if that's actually, first of all, I don't know if that's actually helping people really that much. Like if you're just saying, hey, you're doing fine, sweetie, stop worrying about it. Okay, I guess I just stopped worrying about it. All my problems are fixed. I'm not anxious anymore. I'm not worried about my dying grandmother who's in hospice right now because, things are just going to work out. Okay, thank you. But a lot of people misunderstand those messages, I think, and when they get into the wrong hands, they do more harm than good. And what I mean by that is they tend to confuse excusing yourself or excusing others with forgiving yourself or forgiving others. Forgiving, right? Forgiving is when you recognize your mistakes. You make a change, you do better, you apologize to someone else, you fix whatever the problem was, and you move on, and then you can forgive yourself. I fixed it, now I can forgive myself. I don't need to dwell on it anymore, because a lot of people, they make mistakes, or maybe they wrong someone, or they fuck up, and then they're still stressed out about it later, even though it's already fixed, and they apologize to someone, made a change in their life, and then things are better. But they're still beating themselves up about it. And if that is what you mean when you talk about forgiving yourself, dude, I am 100% on board, and I completely agree with that. I don't necessarily think that I do that much, but I definitely can see where some people kind of get into that cycle, and that sucks. However, if you are this person, listen very closely. If you are this person, those you're doing fine, sweetie, forgive yourself, stop dwelling on the past, we're all human, we all make mistakes. If you are this person, those quotes are not for you. Listen very carefully. Those quotes are not for you. I'll say it one more time. Those quotes are not for your dumbass. You may be the person that thinks forgiving yourself doesn't require changing, doesn't require an apology, doesn't require introspection or self-improvement. So if you're this person that say you wronged your friend, say you spread a rumor about them, or you told a lie to your friend, they found out, they're pissed off, you say, I'm all about positivity and mental health and being better and trying to take it easy on myself. And here's the thing, we all go through things, we're all human, and nobody's perfect, okay? I'm going to forgive myself, I'm not angry at you, I'm going to move on because I'm just human. We need to forgive ourselves because life is too short to be caught up in past mistakes. It doesn't work like that. You don't get to forgive yourself till you've addressed the issue, you've made a change, you've made an apology. Otherwise, it's called excusing yourself. And you don't get to fucking excuse yourself, buddy. They come up to you one day and they're like, hey man, like that's in the past. Like, why are you still angry about that? Like, can't you forgive me? No, that would be excusing you because you haven't addressed the issue. You haven't made a change, you haven't come to me about it, you haven't made an apology, you haven't shown any signs of being different. So no, I will not excuse you. If you want me to forgive you, you need to do something first on your end. And then, we can talk about forgiveness. But I'm not going to excuse you. And what makes you think that you deserve being excused? And it's kind of funny because it also reminds me of like people, people in the past have told me like, oh, dude, you hold grudges. Like you're angry about things, or not angry. Well, they say that I'm angry about things that happened years ago. I had this one close friend, and years ago, he wronged me, essentially. We got into an argument where I thought I was super level-headed, and then he went on and said a bunch of crazy shit about me and my brother and some of our other friends, and said some absolutely crazy shit. And then, years have gone by and we haven't talked, and then occasionally he pops in and out of like my DMs and shit and is like, hey man, hope you're doing well, like whatever, wish we could hang out again and shit like that. And like he hasn't said it outright, of course, but I'm not sure, but maybe let's put it this way, maybe he's thinking like, oh, like why does this guy hold grudges? Because like other people I said in the past have like told me like, dude, you hold grudges. And it's like, dude, it's not a grudge if you haven't addressed the issue, you haven't fixed anything, you haven't made an apology to me, you clearly wronged me, and then I'm still angry about it. That's not a grudge. That's just me being angry rightfully because you wronged me. A grudge would be if someone wronged you, they apologized to you, and things are going well, but then for some reason you're still holding it against them later, even though you already smoothed it out, which is completely justified for that person to be angry and say that you're holding a grudge. But a grudge is not when, like I said, someone wrongs you, someone does something shitty to you, and then just doesn't address it at all and goes off into hiding for years and then tries to come back into your life and it's like, oh, dude, why are you holding this grudge? Dude, don't put that on me. That's not my problem. You fucked up. So you need to address this before you start coming and saying like, oh, I've got a problem, I'm holding a grudge. No, I mean, it doesn't matter how long ago it was. You need to fix something before you just jump back into somebody's life. So that's kind of related, I guess, to the initial rant that I started this video about, which was, like the positivity movement. And like, I'm sure everyone's seen those Facebook and Instagram or wherever, where it's just like, you're doing fine, sweetie, like stop stressing, we're all gonna make it. And I saw this post the other day that was like, it was just like, whatever you're worried about right now, stop, relax, we will all make it. You're going to accomplish that thing. Stop working so hard, stop freaking out, you're going to accomplish it. And that makes no sense to me because you don't know who's reading that post. And if that post is on, just on Facebook for public for everybody to see, there's a good amount of those people that aren't going to make it. So why are you just out here giving people false hope and also telling them it's okay to relax when, maybe the goal is right there and then, okay, no, it's fine, you're going to make it, sweetie. And then they take their foot off the gas and then they don't actually achieve the goal that they're working toward. And, hey, maybe that works for some people. Maybe this idea that, you don't need to stress out too hard and things are just going to work themselves out. Maybe that works for people, but for me, I've always been the opposite. I respond to getting kicked in the ass and saying, like, dude, you need to pick this shit up. And, dude, if I'm not stressed out, I'm not working hard. And if I'm not working hard, I'm not stressed out. And I'm also not happy, and I'm also not content with my life. So I need to be grinding towards some shit. I need to feel stressed out. I need to feel like, dude, I'm not going to make it. Like, more, it makes me feel not necessarily feel better, but it gives me a better positive result at the end of the day if someone's like, dude, you need to fucking get your shit together, man. Like, I don't care how hard you're working. You need to be working harder. Like, those goals aren't going to complete themselves. That's how I work hard. That's what gets me going. Not this shit that is like this soft ass baby, whatever it is. Like, hate to be the guy that's just hating on Gen Z, but I'm just gonna say it, like the Gen Z, like, oh, everything's gonna be fine, everything's gonna work itself out. Like, that attitude is so silly and so immature. Like, dude, here's the thing, man. Life sucks. Life is suffering. Not everything's gonna work out. People are going to die. You're gonna fail tests. You're going to be broke. Girls are going to leave you, guys are going to leave you, friends are going to stab you in the back, and telling people that it's just going to be all right and things are going to be okay, that doesn't do anything for anyone other than give them some temporary comfort. If you're talking to me, if you want to ask what my opinion is, now I guess I'm being a little bit of an asshole because, hey, maybe that works for some people, and I don't know how everyone's mind works in the world, but for me, that shit does not work. And I'm more of the mindset that, like, hey, dude, I don't care how comfortable you are. I don't care how hard you've worked. I don't care what you're going through right now. Like, you need to keep your foot on the gas because shit is always going to happen. There's always going to be suffering. There's always going to be trauma in life. There are always going to be hard times to go through that you did not choose. And, I mean, I don't remember who said this first, but the guy that said that the reason you need to put yourself through suffering, chosen suffering through life in everyday life is because the unchosen suffering will come inevitably. And how are you going to deal with that in life when you've never faced hardship before? You need to put yourself through that shit so you know how to face struggles and you know how to fucking come up out the mud and survive and still take care of your own and take care of yourself. So guys, give me all of the pressure, give me the hardship. As I said, that's what I'm doing here in Japan. I'm living out my struggles every day, dude. I don't speak the language here yet. Like, I'm still working on speaking the language here. I'm still working on understanding the culture. The girls don't understand me here. The dating scene is difficult for a foreigner. The people don't accept me super well here. And, you know, I love it. I've never been more content in my life, guys. Comfort is the devil's work. So, even though I was comfortable back in America, I had friends, I had family, I obviously spoke the language, and, you know, I could play video games and enjoy myself every day. I was not content with my life. I was depressed. I didn't know where the fuck I was going. Here I have goals. I have challenges facing me every day, and it's getting my fucking testosterone pumping, and it's getting my wee hard, and I'm crushing these goals, and I've never been more motivated in my life. So cut out this dumbass like baby shit of like, oh, you're gonna be fine, forgive yourself, everyone's human, we all make mistakes. And dude, take some self-ownership, grab your balls and shut the fuck up, put your head down, grind, recognize your mistakes, learn from them, learn how to be a better person. And whatever you do, guys, do not stop. Keep chasing your dreams. Get uncomfortable. Whatever it is, man. If you need to start with the baby steps, if you need to start by just taking cold showers every day in the morning, if that's it, dude, start there. Start somewhere and gradually work up. Like, we can do this shit. So if you're a savage like me, guys, and you want to be the best version of yourself, and you want to be a badass, and you want to continue crushing goals, and if your life is a constant work in progress, like the Set Your Goals lyrics that I love, my life is a constant work in progress, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And who are you to say what is real and what is fake, and who here matters anyway? It's nothing that I haven't heard. I love Set Your Goals. But yo, anyways, if you guys are a badass like me, hit me up on Instagram, send me a message. My Instagram is yungjamez, YUNGJAMEZ. If you guys want to join my Discord, we've got a cool-ass community there. I'm trying to be super active in there. We have a bunch of dudes. We're learning Japanese. We're hanging out, talking shit about Japan, talking shit about dating, mental health, all types of things. So send me $5 on PayPal. My PayPal is in the description below. And don't forget to add your username for Discord if you're going to send me a donation or whatever, guys. I appreciate you. Comments, some video ideas, something you want me to talk about in Japan, questions you may have, whatever it is. All right, peace out. Go fuck your mothers. Happy holidays.